It's nice to know that you are on the other side there, joining us on this special interview program. And today, my guest is a well-known Nigerian, an international figure, a former chief coach of the Super Eagles, a 7-time coach of the Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan, former CAF and FIFA instructor. We only have one person in that category in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And it's my pleasure to welcome on the program Chief Adegboye Onigbinde. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Baba Adegboye Onigbinde, bearing any error on my side, I think you're about 88 years now, sir.
Something like that.
I don't understand, sir. Well, precisely, what's your date of birth?
It was March 5. 1938.
1938. We thank God for your life, sir, and we really appreciate you giving us this privilege.
I thank the Almighty.
Well, generally we are going to talk about you. And one thing that I know you believe in, sports administration, and generally what has been happening to sports in Nigeria. But first, I want to look back. Your name. I know in those days we used to say, Coach Festus, but suddenly Festus just disappeared. What happened to Festus? And we only hear Adegboye Onigbinde. What happened?
Actually, the word Festus had been jettisoned before I became a prominent sportsman.
Right, sir.
Because when I was born, I was named Adegboye. Then suddenly at the time, my people took me to the church and brought in the name Festus. Mm-hmm. But with me as a person, I don't know the meaning of Festus.
Really? That's interesting.
And the Yoruba say, Orole ibule la wo kato somo loko.
Orole ibule la wo
kato somo loko. That is, you look around your family system before you give a name to to any child.
Oh, right. So
if Festus does not mean, I'm not saying it has no meaning, but definitely it's a foreign name, and it has its foreign meaning. But the day I was named in the family, I was named Adegboye. That is
Adegboye. It's
yes, Adegboye.
There's something about that name, Adegboye.
Mm-hmm.
It's like someone who conquers. Can you give us background to the meaning? You know,
it means a child who has come to reclaim the chieftaincy title or the honor. A child that has been born to reclaim the family honor. Adegboye. And that meant something more to me than Festus.
All right. By the way, you also hold.
So I went into the newspapers and had an official change of name. And I think that was 1960 or so.
So long ago.
Yes.
Wow. But it took time before people,
But I don't know how some people,
try to bring it back.
And they try to bring it back.
By the way, Chief Adegboye Onigbinde is from Mundakeke in Osun State, and he holds a powerful chieftaincy title. What's the title of your chieftaincy? Can you remind us, sir?
Well, by now I'm supposed to be the next in line to the Oba of the town, the Balogun. By now. Because I started from a lower level.
I see.
And I've gained promotion to that level.
If I understand you, could you become a king tomorrow?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
if it is accepted by me, I will explain that later. If it's accepted by me, I'm the next Oba of Modake.
If it is accepted
by me.
Now tell us so that we don't forget, probably.
Pardon?
Why will you not accept?
Well, everybody has his principle in life. And I don't just accept something because it has been offered. I look into several circumstances.
Okay.
If it's okay by me, I will accept it.
Some researches that I conducted about you also tells me that apart from sports, you also have interest in drama earlier before coming into sports. What were your interests then, and what did you do?
It was after coming into sports.
Oh, it was after coming into sports?
Yes.
Okay.
I applied for the job of a teacher at the staff school, University of Ife then.
What year, sir?
About 1960s. So when I became a teacher at the staff school, I had a colleague who was the wife of a prominent theater artist and theater educationist, let me say.
You want to learn us to the name of that?
Olarotimi.
Olarotimi, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I was on the staff of the staff school with his wife.
Okay.
And among the school children within the school, I was handling culture, introducing the pupils to culture. And this lady was directly in charge of that area. So we became really close. Not too close because her husband was also a friend of mine.
Okay.
So we became close. So eventually she introduced, I was teaching culture, talking drumming to the pupils. And some other Yoruba cultural aspect. So the husband of this woman, Olarotimi, got to know about this. And that was how I was brought into drama. Nice. Because Olarotimi was in charge of University of Ife Theatre.
The same Professor Olarotimi?
Professor Olarotimi.
Okay, okay.
In charge of University of Ife Theatre.
Okay.
And that was how I was brought into the theatre. First of all as a drummer, and then to play some other roles.
I see.
And gradually, I was getting very deep into the theatre group. I was Balogun Ibikunle in Kurumi. Yes. I also played some other parts.
So how did you eventually succeed in excising yourself and just going into sports? Were you a footballer? Which team did you play for? How did you start?
Well, it's a very interesting thing. Our family profession was talking drumming.
Okay. You live in the family of Modakeke?
Yeah, in family in Modakeke.
Okay, sir.
Talking drumming and farming.
Okay.
That was what I was in. And throughout my school days, I was doing the two, talking, drumming, and farming. And I had some elder brothers who were in school, even earlier before I went into school. And they were already playing football in the family compound. We have a large compound. Even before I started schooling, they had introduced me into football, athletics, high jump, and all the rest of it. So I was in it. And by the time I joined the theater,
right,
I was still in sports.
Okay.
And I belonged to some football clubs in the environment in Modareke, in Ife. And I was even playing in the Ife town team.
Right.
So then came the time when I started my teacher training. I started as a grade 3 teacher trainee.
Grade 3 teacher trainee.
And that was how it really started, because I became the captain of the school team, St. Peter's College, Elisha.
You became the captain of the school team.
Yes, I became a captain of the team.
Which position were you playing?
Another interesting thing. At a point, I was a goalkeeper.
Really?
I was a goalkeeper.
You were there Peter Fregene. All right.
Then later, I became a defender. And eventually, there was no wing in the field. I was not playing in. It was a natural gift, which I utilized to the fullest.
Can you remember for how long or how many years did you played football?
Play football? As I said, in 1958, I was at St. Peter's College, and then after leaving the college, I became a teacher.
Yeah.
And while teaching, we were organizing football clubs. And I used to be the captain, the coach.
That's another thing. So, coaching since then, you have started coaching since then?
Yes.
So what tutorial did you have to become a coach? What authority?
Very good. That's a very nice question.
Thank you, sir.
In those days, if you went into a teacher training college, physical and health education was a compulsory subject. Physical and health education was a compulsory subject in grade 3 teacher training colleges and grade 2 teacher training colleges. And part of the syllabus was to teach you how to teach each sport and how to coach, how to teach them. So that gave me another opportunity. As a trained teacher, I was always synonymously a coach. Because after leaving your teacher training college, you are expected to go into any school to which you are posted and teach physical education. And you know, sports is a very important aspect of physical education. Physical education is not all sports or all football. It's just part of it.
Just part of it now.
Yeah.
So after school, did you take up any coaching job anywhere to really establish?
I did.
Okay, where, sir?
After leaving the teacher training college, St. Peter's College, I was posted in a modern school,
Okay.
where I was not only training my pupils, I established clubs outside the schools.
You established clubs?
Yes.
outside the school.
Yes. And I remember in 1962 or so, I was a member of the Ijesha divisional football team. I was representing Ijesha land as a goalkeeper, then later as a defender. And after leaving, I was teaching at a modern school then, as I said,
Yes, that's right.
in Elisha. After leaving the modern school, I went for my teacher's grade 2 course at St. Luke's College, Ibadan here.
Ibadan.
Yes. And I can say that that was where the whole thing really started up. In Ibadan here. At
What year was that, sir? Sorry.
Pardon?
What year was that?
1960-61.
Okay.
1960-61. And how did I get in there? I was going about drumming with my people, my parents and brothers, and then I got involved in football. We had a football team in Modakeke.
Okay.
We had in Efe,
Okay.
where I was teaching, and then in Lesha. So when I decided to go for my teacher's grade 2 course, I gained admission into 3 colleges.
3 colleges.
St. Andrews, St. Luke's College, and one other. But I decided to come to St. Luke's College because of the prominence of the venue. So I was admitted in these colleges. I had to choose which one to go to. No, there was another one, St. Peter's Catholic Teacher Training College.
Where?
Akure.
Oh, far away.
Those people who are looking for me, I paid my deposit
Deposit for what?
for admission.
Oh, okay.
I paid my deposit for admission because I preferred to go to St. Peter's College,
Why?
Akure. But then some people snake the story into the ears of Anglican Mission. They say, your teacher is abandoning you for Catholic. It became a religious war.
Also.
So they had to bring pressure to bear on St. Peter's College, Akure, to refund my...
Really?
I was fortunate. It was a day or so before the interview to St. Louis College
Okay.
that I got the refund
Refund, right.
from Akure. I had another partner then who eventually became the Akpetu of Ikpetu Modu, near Ife. The 2 of us were brilliant and we were admitted. So when I got the information that our deposit had been refunded, I had to send somebody to him where he was drinking. Because the interview to St. Andrews, he also got entered to St. Andrews. His interview was the following day. And I was busy drinking beer somewhere. So I had to send somebody to him to go quickly, go and take your money and head for Oyo now. This is the latest. I'm heading for Ibadan. And that was how the 2 of us got admitted to St. Andrews College and St. Luke's College. So when I got to St. Luke's College, my seniors were there playing football. But when they saw me, I got into them. And eventually, they brought me into the school team, and I became the captain of the center. No, not captain immediately.
Okay,
I became the goalkeeper.
Okay. In the first instance.
That was in 1960.
You must be a very good goalkeeper then. Honestly. Okay.
I had an experience or an advantage.
Okay.
When I was doing my teacher's course here,
Yeah.
we had a football guru. I still call him a guru.
Football guru.
He was probably the most prominent Nigerian football player.
And who was that?
Atinga Balinga.
Atinga Balinga.
I'm giving you that test. Who was Atinga Balinga?
Could it be? I'm looking at those years. Thunder?
Eh?
Thunder Balogun.
Thunder Balogun.
My God. So you knew each other?
Oh,
I see.
not just knowing, we were like this together. And virtually he was the man who almost forced me into coaching. Because he had so much confidence in me. And up till now, I am very close to his family. Atinga Balinga, Teslim Balogun.
Yes, sir.
Akoro Omadada.
Oh, great. Great.
So, in 1960, he was the senior coach to the Western Region Football Association. And the staff of Western Region Sports Council.
Teslim Balogun.
Teslim Balogun. Tinga. So, while I was at St. Louis College, he organized a coaching course, almost because of me. Because he said he had so much confidence that I could become a great coach. The coaching course was at Liberty Stadium here, organized by the Sports Council. And it became compulsory for me to be there. So I took permission from the college to attend that coaching course. And that was how I became a trained coach.
Long story, good one.
So he invited a foreign coach who joined him in running the course. So we took a test at the end of the course, and I became prominently performed. So that was how I became a trained football coach.
Thank you very much. I'm happy for that. And as you mentioned, Teslim Balogun, Thunder, another footballer's name just came to my head, and that's Dejo Fayemi. Did you meet that one too?
Oh, we met.
Okay.
We met, but not on the same platform.
Oh, okay.
Dejo Fayemi was virtually never a prominent coach.
Okay.
But fantastic player.
All right. Well, so let me fast forward now, because you were a 7-time coach of the Shooting Stars Football Club of Ibadan.
Off-shooting.
Off-shooting. So how did you get into the Shooting Stars Sports Club? And by the way, I remember picking up somewhere that you actually introduced a sports club to the name of it used to be ISIS.
Yes, I
right?
did.
Is that true?
I did.
Now tell us the story, sir.
A long story.
Please, we are ready
Now,
to listen.
in 1961, when I joined the Sports Council, initially I was assigned to handle Water Corporation.
Oh, okay. Water Corporation.
The closest rival
of the
Shooting Stars. They were going for a national league competition. I was in Oyo, I was stationed in Oyo by the Sports Council. There are stories before that, but and one prominent important story was that when I joined the services of the Oyo Space Council, the Sports Council, I was sponsored to do a coaching course in Germany, in West Germany. And that was my first visit outside the country. I got in there and I did very well. In fact, the Germans were, well, without modesty, envious of my position.
Germany.
But eventually I had to come back home because I was sponsored. I was sponsored by the Sports Council.
Okay. What year was that, sir? Can you remember?
I remember it very soon.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Immediately I came back from West Germany. We were in Germany for 3 months with another colleague of mine. For 3 months. When I came back from West Germany, I was stationed in Oyo.
Okay.
The Sports Council had zonal centers. Oyo Town was one of the zonal. I was posted there to go and develop football there. Because unlike what we have now, the job of any sports council is to develop sport. Question of organizing competitions and taking part in competitions is just by the way. Your first assignment as a sports council officer is to develop your sport. So immediately I came back from Germany, I was posted in Oyo, and I was developing football there.
Okay.
Then came this opportunity, the National League. Shooting Stars qualified for the final of the National League,
Okay.
where they were going to, round up and pick the best. Water Corporation qualified, both from Western region.
Yes.
As I said, I was posted in Oyo.
Yes.
I just got a letter of transfer that I had been transferred from Oyo to handle Water Corporation for that competition. When I got back to Ibadan, the Shooting Stars people were not happy. What type of coach are they giving us? This man was there, they didn't give us. That man was there, they didn't give us. Because there were some of us coaches who had played football prominently,
Okay.
at club level and so on and so forth. But Onigbinde had never. Where is he from? Just a games master?
Okay. Like you were relatively unknown to be an active,
That was it.
footballer, right? Okay.
So they were grumbling. So that evening when they were introducing me to them at the Liberty Stadium here, I overheard them grumbling, but I didn't pay attention. I said, from which coach is this? They thought it was out of hatred because they didn't want Water to perform as well as Shooting Stars. So the following morning we met at training, and this grumbling was still there. I now told them they are officials.
Yeah.
Involved. I said, what are we here for? They say football. How many players will Shooting Stars present against us? They said 11. How many are we presenting? 11. Are we ready to show them and the world that if not better, we could be as good as Shooting Stars? They said, yes. Are you ready? They said, yes, coach. That's how we started training. at the outside pitch.
Okay.
And went on, and what I predicted eventually came true.
And what was that?
Yes. Shooting Stars and many other clubs were running away from Water Corporation.
They didn't want to mix them.
Yes. Because of what we were doing with them.
We were beating them.
We went for that competition in Lagos.
Oh, I see.
I think about 8 clubs were involved, but 2 from Western region.
So how did the Shooting Stars eventually got you? How did the Shooting Stars eventually got you to their side?
Well, it was the work of the strong man who was owning and running Shooting Stars then. Late Chief Salami. He was the chairman of the Sports Council, of the Western Region Football Association, as well as in Lagos National. He had the power. So I don't know how they worked it out, and then I was transferred from Water. Politics.
That's interesting. Interesting.
The day I was removed from Water, I was wondering. The Water people were wondering. A few days later, I got letter of assignment to Shooting Stars. And that was how it started.
Well, so you were the coach for Shooting Stars.
Yes.
7 times, but not at a stretch. What happened?
Well, as I told you, the first assignment was not pleasing to some of Shooting Stars supporters, because they saw me as a nobody in coaching.
Yeah.
This coach was there, that coach was there. From where do they bring this one? So the going was not very smooth. Anyway, that was how it started. Moving from, and after I was removed, anytime Shooting Stars had a serious assignment, the Water people will now remember Onigbinde. Bring him back. Anytime they had a serious assignment, they will remember Onigbinde.
Now, I want to recall, sir, that you were the indigenous coach
Yes.
for the Super Eagles to AFCON
Yes.
and the finals in 1984.
The first indigenous coach.
The first indigenous coach, yes, in 1984, and to the World Cup in 2002.
Yes, yes.
Good.
Yes.
So, what has your experience been on both sides, being, with the Eagles, 84, 2002? Any lessons?
Well, the first time I was taken to the Eagles, initially I was embarrassed.
Why, sir?
Well, that's the highest in any country, coaching the national team.
Okay.
I knew I had performed, but my fear was in, will Nigerians accept me? What I mean by acceptance is, give me all the things I need. And I had that problem.
I see.
If a foreign coach asks for 10 balls, they will give him 10, they will give him 20. But an indigenous coach will be asked to go and, utilize whatever he has.
Like how? Utilize what?
Well, improvisation.
To make impossibility possible.
Well, fortunately, I had an advantage in that.
All right.
Advantage of being a teacher.
Okay.
Well, if teaching in those days, You must be clever upstairs to utilize whatever you have to achieve what you want.
So how did you do it?
I had to go around begging people for football. We used to have a man in Lagos then, Olukami, the owner of All Stars. All Stars shop. I went to him and he was so gracious, and he said, anything you need, come to me. Then I had another opportunity. I didn't know that I was being watched by late Bashir Abiola.
Oh, okay.
He sent somebody to bring me to him. I never met him. And when I got to him, he said, Kochi, I can see what they are trying to do with you. Don't worry, just concentrate on it. Anything you need from today, come and take it from me.
Oh my God. Wow.
That was the direct talk. Anything you need.
Like he understood the politics that was in there.
So I shed tears and left him. And he kept his promise. Unfortunately, I am not the type who will beg for things. So I didn't go to him as much as he would have wanted. But he was reaching me. So that gave me an advantage.
Okay. I want to ask this. A lot of people are worried and they ask questions. We could have had the best of the coaching of the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Yeah.
But Chief Adegboye Onigbinde will come in, then he goes out. We don't know what's happening. Because people were always happy to have you. But suddenly what was...
Now, I think there is always a time for saying things out.
Okay?
You remember even when we started, we talked of people grumbling.
Yeah.
From Water Corporation.
Yes.
The beginning. One major problem, well, I have about 2 or 3 major problems I have with football followers and supporters in this country. Onigbinde is too stubborn. He no go agree.
Onigbinde is too stubborn. He no go agree. Agree like how?
Good. They want me to use a particular player. If I know it's not good for me, I won't. That was how I started making enemies. Another area where you no go agree is that if they wanted something from the authorities, I will not support them. You know what I mean by something?
Wanting to use you to make money.
Okay. That is my, up to now, is my major problem.
And so once you don't support them, they want you out of the way.
You know, go agree, oh, that man too stubborn. Oh.
Will you agree that there were some of these foreign coaches that were also good?
Well, there were some of them who are also good. But some of these good coaches who have come to Nigeria now, eventually I trained them.
Huh? You trained them?
Yes.
How?
When I became FIFA technical instructor.
You were in FIFA for...
I was going all over the world.
You were in FIFA for some... close to...
For almost 8 years.
8 years.
Yes.
And in CAF for almost...
about the same thing.
about the same time.
I was in CAF before getting to FIFA.
So you trained some of those coaches?
I trained some of these people who eventually came to Nigeria. There was one of them who was looking for me when he came to Nigeria.
Now, wait a minute, sir. I'm a bit disturbed. And I say this because if CAF saw you as a good and strong instrument for sports development, and even FIFA,
Yes.
why is it that Nigeria does not see you?
Because Onigbinde is too stubborn. You no go agree. That's just a simple reason. There is no other. I don't offend people.
So eventually, what do you say is really wrong with the issue of sports development? Will you attribute that?
Where?
I mean, what will you attribute to the issue of sports development in Nigeria, which like is never working? Like if you have a match now.
No. In the colonial days, I said it earlier on, physical and health education was a compulsory subject in teacher training colleges.
Okay.
Which meant they were concentrating on sports development. But are we doing it? That was the beginning. Physical and health education was a compulsory, both theory and practical, in teacher training colleges. Because the British people knew the primary school is the root, is the beginning. After you have been trained as a grade 3 teacher or as a grade 2 teacher, you are posted in one of these schools to go and develop sports. Go and develop sports. Are we doing that today? And how long ago did we do that? And that is why I keep telling them today, in FIFA regulations,
Yes.
if you are running football, there is aim, purpose
Okay.
for running football. In FIFA's statutes, and number 1 reads, to improve the game of football constantly. Running competition is not developing sport.
I see.
To improve the game of football constantly. That is what you have in FIFA regulations of it today. Are we improving the game of football? We are not. We are running competitions. Competition is not development. Competition is supposed to assess level of development. Now, something you have not developed, you are assessing it.
Let's look at this now. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has just scrapped the sports ministry, and that the National Sports Commission also is now to handle everything. Do you think this will bring about any change as regards sports development?
If it is not politicized again.
If it is not politicized again.
Yes. In politics, you have people in sport who know little to nothing about sport. But because of their connections, the emblem must be there. And sports people who move around them must say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. That is the problem. You can't introduce politics into sports and get the best. It's not possible. There was a time, well, I wouldn't want to say until recently, we have people in control of our sport, but who have not done any sport in their life. How do you follow the rule I talked about FIFA to improve the game of football constantly? That is number 1 objective for running football. To improve the game of football constantly. Somebody who has never played football, he becomes the commissioner for sports. He becomes the minister for sport.
Political minister.
Political minister. How does he improve football. Football is a fantastic aspect of human life. Sports generally. Because it develops the child all round. Sports develop the child all round. If you have a child who is in football, he learns to respect rules and regulations. Are you not already solving some community problems?
That's true. Now let me ask you. You see, there is an upsurge of non-school children, or out of school children.
Yes, yes.
These ones, if they are brought together and are properly groomed under a sports experienced coach, like you are speaking, I think it will help to reduce the wave of crime. What's your take on that, sir?
I'm happy you are saying that. It will have reduced crime by a large percentage. A boy who went out to play football came back home at 7 o'clock. Where does he want to go?
Probably eat and sleep. But while you said you organized training programs when you were in CAF.
Yes.
Throughout West Africa, you said, or Africa?
Throughout Africa.
Throughout Africa.
Yes.
That was great. That was large, huge. Why didn't you introduce such?
It was one. I preached it in Nigeria, but because Onigbinde no go agree, are they ready to listen to Onigbinde? If I bring a proposal and they say, okay, let's try the proposal, they are looking for what they will chop from that proposal.
Oh my God.
And if Onigbinde will not agree, what do they want there? That is the problem. Some of them go out and proclaim me as a big football man. But when it comes to Nigeria, because you no go agree.
Okay. Now, I want to go back to the Shooting Stars Sports Club.
There was one man, a minister, who came from another country into this country.
Okay.
And when he got in, the first thing he did when he got in here was to search for me. All over the place. He eventually reached me here in Ibadan.
Who was that person?
Let's leave that.
Okay.
So these are the issues. He asked about me from some people, they even said they didn't know me.
And they know you. Jesus Christ. By the way, sir, you see, Shooting Star Sports Club is our darling club in Ibadan.
Yes.
We love Shooting Stars. Just the name is like, look, I mean, in the days of the Bata Bullets of, where do they come from? Where Kenya was them, I can't remember. Using Shooting Stars, ICC beating them 4-1, at the Liberty Stadium. I'm talking of the 70s. Everybody was happy with the club. But now, the enthusiasm is dying. Are you comfortable at the results that the Shooting Stars are making now?
Let me embarrass you.
Okay.
We are in my sitting room now. If my children are watching football match on television in this sitting room, I will go on to my bed, my room.
Why?
Because what you will see will make you angry, sad.
And so what are you doing, Baba?
What am I doing? Who am I?
You are somebody, Baba. You are many things.
That was when it mattered.
That was when it mattered. Are you saying there's no
people running football in this country so most of them don't want to hear the name Onigbinde because he's a stubborn man. No go greet them chop.
Problem.
And since God is giving me my own chop, God has done one wonderful job in my life. I don't know what they call greediness.
Okay.
Whatever is in my hand, I'm okay with. But looking, yeah, I must have this, I must have that. All materials, not only food though.
Now tell me, sir, how were you able to operate successfully in CAF, in FIFA, with the leadership of those two bodies? And back home, you are talking, they are saying Onigbinde no go gree. Well, I mean, how do you look at, you make me feel...
These same people, some of them will even go to FIFA level, and when they ask them about Onigbinde, they say Onigbinde is nobody. But these people know Onigbinde is somebody.
So you don't have any friend?
I'm not saying I don't have any friends.
I mean, does everybody dislike you?
Well, a lot of people do.
Because you see, what I'm looking at is, even at 88,
Even at my age,
you have a lot that you still can do. But are you keeping quiet because nobody's reaching out to you, or because you are disappointed or dejected that
not because I'm dejected.
Okay.
Why am I not functional?
Okay.
Let's ask that for.
Okay, why are you not functional? Right.
Am I to put myself in position?
Or maybe your
am I to put
remuneration
myself,
was not enough then.
I have answered your question. Everywhere I've worked in my life, people know I'm not after money. I need money.
Yeah.
But I'm not after remuneration. The first thing I want to discuss with you, how do we do the job? That's my concern. Once you give me the support on how to do the job well, leave the rest. How much food do I eat? When my mother was alive, she used to be surprised. When my wife served me food, she saw the quantity of food. After it is, so to Gentana, no? Is that the end? Have you finished eating? That's my life.
And look at our boys. You see, I see each time Nigeria has a match to play, especially football, it's like we like just bringing the boys together hurriedly, then we invite some professionals, then we just try, if we win, we win. I mean,
what preparation have you given to the home boys? That is the question. What development have you given them? Let me give you an example. I was invited to West Indies by Jack Warner.
Jack Warner?
Jack Warner.
Yeah.
He was the man running football in the whole of West Indies. And he was like this with, what is his name? The FIFA president. They were very close. Very, very close.
Okay.
Now, we went for a FIFA competition in Kuala Lumpur. And Jack Warner was heading our section.
Okay.
Jack Warner organized a dinner.
Okay.
I didn't know it was because of me. For those of us FIFA members.
I see.
And while we were having the dinner, he said, Chief, tell me why you will not come to West Indies to help us. I just smiled and faced my food. When we left the table, he followed me to my room.
Jack Warner?
Jack Warner.
My God.
Said, Chief, you have not answered me. I said, we will discuss. After leaving our center, we went to the headquarters, Kuala Lumpur. And one afternoon, I just got a call from Blatter. Chief, please, I want to see you in my room.
Is that FIFA president, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Blatter and Jakwana were very close friends.
So what was the call about?
I was afraid. I thought I had done something wrong where we were coming from. So when I got to him, he said, Chief, you are welcome. Jack said he invited you to come to Trinidad and Tobago, and you have not given him an answer. I looked at him. I smiled.
Trinidad and Tobago?
Trinidad and Tobago. Not Trinidad and Tobago this time, the whole of West Indies. He was the head like calf.
Mm-hmm.
When Blatter looked at my face and saw it was not pleasant, he said, Chief, you know what? We will send you there for 3 months to understudy the place and then take a decision.
Just tie your hands that we need you there.
Okay.
You have to go.
That was how I got a letter of assignment as a FIFA instructor. That was what we were doing. We FIFA instructors were moving from place to place all over the world. I landed in Trinidad and Tobago. As soon as I landed, I went to Jack Warner.
Right.
I said, Chief, you are welcome. Gave me an envelope. I was happy. I thought it was dollars.
Okay.
He said, that's the contract. You go around in the next 3 months, study what is in it, whatever you want to put into it, put it there. When you come back, we will sign.
My God.
Is that how to make an agreement?
They just wanted you at all costs.
Yes. I said, thank you. I went out. When you hear of West Indies, it's made up of almost 40 islands, if not more.
But why did you make it so difficult for them?
Why?
Did you make it so difficult for them?
Why I made it difficult?
Mm-hmm. That they had to go round and track you, you know.
In the first instance, before then, I had visited several countries, conducting FIFA courses, CAF courses. And I have known some of these people who are running football in these places. Some of them, they are just a little better than Nigerians. So let's go back to the story. I took the letter away. I was hopping from one island to another, organizing courses. And when I came back, I went to, what is his name?
Blatter?
No, not Blatter. His friend.
Jack Warner.
Jack Warner.
Right.
I went to Jack Warner. I gave him the envelope. I had made my observations.
Okay.
He said, okay, Chief, we'll see later. But in the meantime, he said I should continue with my work. Developing football almost on every island of West Indies.
That was how much they appreciated sports development.
They were going for a World Cup under-17 competition about 3 years or 2 years later. So I got under-13 players from all over West Indies.
Under 13?
Under-13. I started working with them. Within 3 or 4 months, senior teams were running away from them.
From those moments?
Yes, they didn't want to meet them.
What were the structures?
Because they were rubbish. But something was happening in Nigeria.
And what was that?
We were going for a FIFA competition, I think under 20 or whatever. By the time I came back, I came home, they had fixed me as the head of the scouting team.
Really?
So that I will not go back
To
to Trinidad and Tobago. I was tied down.
and you had no choice.
It's my country. If they rake off something nasty and poison FIFA's mind, that would be my end. So I was managing, trying to
So you abandoned
maneuver.
Trinidad and Tobago.
In the meantime, I had given Trinidad and Tobago January that I will report back
Okay.
from leave.
Yeah.
What I told them was that I was going home for Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
My brother, I couldn't go back to Trinidad and Tobago until April 16.
And what was your excuse?
They were calling me, writing letters. In fact, up to the point of reporting me to FIFA. The assignment they gave me here, they will not allow me to do it fully as it should be done. They will get their favorite friends to block me. So eventually I struggled. I went back to Trinidad and Tobago on the 16th of April instead of January. And I continued with my job. As I said, the junior teams were beating
Senior teams.
And they were running away from us.
And that reminds me that under your leadership as coach,
Yes.
the Nigerian Super Eagles once beat England. Was it a friendly match? Or we played a draw, sorry?
Yeah, I think it was a draw. No, it was World Cup.
World Cup. I was like,
World Cup in Korea, Japan.
exactly. And they didn't see that. Now, will you say the sports ministry in Nigeria has been fair to you? Will you say the sports ministry in Nigeria has been fair to you at all?
I don't want to give a sweeping statement. But I know some of them who matter didn't want to see me. Not because they didn't believe I was good,
Okay.
but because I don't go agree.
And the Shooting Stars Sports Club. Was the club fair to you?
Why did I have to go to Shooting Stars 7 times? It's the same thing.
Ocho, even here?
Even here. The same thing. There are people who, because I will not, if I have a match tomorrow, some people will come to give me a list of players. Isn't that rubbish?
You must use this, you must do this.
Okay.
But in terms of...
that was just one aspect of it. Just one aspect.
Tell me another one, sir.
When it comes to, we are going for a match, the supporters want money. And they want me to support them getting this money from the authorities.
You won't do that.
Is it my business?
But both at the national level and even at the state level here, the shooting starts. I hope nobody's owing you anything. I mean, whatever monies you were due were paid you.
If you want me to talk about that, I will talk for the next 2 hours.
No, sir. Just make it maybe 5
I was
minutes.
talking to you about West Indies.
Western is there.
Up to now, they are owing me more than $20,000.
So what's delaying you from taking your money, or what's taking your money?
When you have people from this country will sabotage your effort to get the money.
How do you mean? I don't understand. If we are difficult here, are they also difficult there?
But you are a Nigerian, I'm a Nigerian.
Ben.
If I remain too stubborn, what will happen? Answer. I'm still enjoying my life.
So that was the West Indies.
Yes.
So Nigerian.
Here in Nigeria, I was in Ekiti State for some years. They are still owing me money, which they have not paid to me.
Can you remember the year?
If I look into my record.
Okay. So?
I was invited by the government to develop their football.
Which government? Government under who then, sir?
Who was the... Let me, you know...
Anyway,
age is catching up.
Yes, that's at 88 plus, okay. Now.
But the man who died recently, the football man in Ekiti, Sunshine...
The Sunshine Man, okay.
All over like that, owing me. Even the NFF itself.
But
the NFF itself.
And nobody's policing anybody to release your money. I hope they don't owe you money in Ibadan. I mean, the shooting stars. No.
We are too close to that target. So let us leave that for now.
How do you mean, sir? Too close? If they don't owe you, say they don't owe you. If they owe you, say they owe you.
They do.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
But this is how I run away from agitation. Because you must have a preference. Is it your money or... The money is there all over the place.
So it's a general problem all over the world. So we don't blame anybody.
Who do you blame?
Now, at 88 plus,
yeah,
you are still very sound, except for that you cannot be running coaching jobs anymore.
I thank God for the amount of energy God has gives me.
And for the brain, that is still very...
How far from now is March 5?
March 5, we have November, December, January, February, March. 5 months away.
And then I will be 89.
Hallelujah. Supposing you get a proposal now.
Yes.
To submit a substantive proposal towards sports development, and you are assured.
I don't have to sweat over it. They are on my system.
They are on your system?
Yes.
What can make sports to develop in Nigeria?
But the moment some people hear about it, I have to be careful.
Because Onigbinde no go gree.
Okay.
It's been a wonderful session with you, sir.
Honey, it don't come again. No.
It don't come again. But truly, sir, they say you are stubborn.
Yes.
Are you really stubborn, or you have principle? Because there are two different things.
If you agree that there are two different things, then I'm principled.
You are principled. Thank you very much, sir.
Instead of being stubborn, in fact, there is a negative behavior, but which I don't want to play much on. If I say, okay, I don't do, and I say, no. If you look at your back, by the time you look front, I'm gone. So it's no stubbornness. I must do it. I'm gone.
Now, the one last thing before we go. I don't know whether it bothers you that Nigeria, we keep changing coaches for our national team, I don't know.
I said something earlier. The purpose, the objective, the assignment of any sports commission or sports is to develop. Are we developing these coaches? When last did we organize a coaching course in this country? Whether organized by us or by FIFA, I don't know how many countries have visited under FIFA program, under CAF program. About 4 months ago, somebody came from South Africa, and as soon as he got into Nigeria, he started looking for me all over the place.
You see, when you say you went all over Africa, organizing
courses, developing football.
It's not surprising then that some of them beat us, you know. So
why would they not beat us if they listen to what we tell them?
Well, I hope someone is listening.
When at home we will not listen. Onigbinde is not a favorite because he no go here. No go on. No
So
go.
what is your advice now? The National Sports Commission is taking over the sports ministry now. I mean, something new is happening under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Beautiful theory.
Beautiful theory.
Yes.
What do you expect from that National Sports?
Who are the people in charge now? What is their background in sports?
Or maybe you should advise on what they can do.
Who?
I mean, those who are going to take up that National Sports Commission. What they can do to improve sports. You know?
Who will do the organizing?
Well, I don't know.
Because if you are doing the organizing, you must understand what we are organizing.
I see. Are you talking of having round pegs in square holes?
Okay.
No? All right.
Are they not there already?
Well, I don't have the details yet because I don't know what the full
Okay,
composition.
I don't know too.
You don't know. Okay, I think I have to leave you, Baba. You have tried.
I thank God that He still gives me enough energy to say and do what I'm doing now.
Glory to God.
So, but I would have been happier if I had had the opportunity of developing people, of developing more of my like.
But even put that aside, I mean, you are going to 89. By March 5 next year, 2025, you will be 89.
Yes.
All this your money is hanging all about.
Who?
All these your monies. You are talking of $20,000 somewhere. You are talking of Ekiti. You are talking of Ibadan. Are you going to give all those monies?
Will those money block my road to heaven?
They're not blocking, but you work for them. You work for those monies.
What can I do now? Bring out cutlass?
Oh my God. It is well, sir.
If I bring out my laptop now, I will show you communications on all these things.
You haven't been keeping quiet all the while. Okay. Maybe your requests have not been getting to the right quarters.
Yeah, it will get to the. I know it will get to the right quarters after I must have left.
Left for? Left
for Baba.
Well, my dear viewers, I think we need to appreciate you for sparing time to watch this very interesting interview session with our father, Chief Coach Adegboye Onigbinde, former Super Eagles coach, former CAF and FIFA instructor, 7-time coach of the Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan. We really thank you, sir.
Thank you, and I thank our listeners too. Thanks for the patience. Let's pray that God will one day bring in people, leaders who will listen to the right things.
Thank you, sir. And until when next I come your way again with another distinguished personality on this interview program series, on behalf of the production crew, I remain yours sincerely, for you can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. I am Olaolu Olatubosan. Thanks for watching.